Another day, another pile of leaves. I guess I should sort of chill on leaves, but winter's coming and I won't have any leaves. Ew, that's a big one. Didn't need one. Drop some. I just need enough to finish the paper that I cut. And then I guess I'll take a break. I've been working on the eco-dyeing video, I guess, for 2 weeks now. I can't stop. There's just so many leaves out there for the taking right now. It's Leaf City out there, Maggie. I have another surprise day off tomorrow, so I'm going to finish this, work on the resin project, which is going swimmingly, and start a collaboration sort of project. So things are good project-wise. It's so easy. I don't have to do anything. So much for waiting for it to be daylight to film things. It's so dark outside. I hate this season. It's so dark. This light I added this piece of paper to try to warm up the tone a little bit because my pictures always look so stark. And I can't do anything about it. Welcome to fall, people. And winter too. It's gonna be like this. It's Halloween today, surprise day off, so I just started working on my resin video, but I spent the entire morning editing the other video. What was that one? The eco-dyeing one? Oh my gosh. So I'm mostly happy with how that went. So yeah, now I'm just work on Patreon mailings because some patrons get stuff mailed to their house, and I started adding random like extra things to it, and I'm thinking of doing a very special December one, so look out for that. I don't really care that much about Halloween. I think what I loved about Halloween when I was a kid was trick-or-treating, and that was it. I didn't really like the costume part. I didn't really have parties to go to, so I didn't really care about that part. I really was all about the free candy. And so I think I was like 14 when people stopped wanting to hand out candy to me, because I even though I look so much younger than I am for a long time, I still got a lot of resistance, and so, you know, when you have anxiety, I just stopped going. I don't remember exactly when I stopped going. Maybe it was when my sister was born. I guess we would take her out, and so I wouldn't get any candy because I was there with a child, and so I would be the I don't know, the grown-up, I guess. So that I stopped getting candy at that point. So I'm like, well, it'll suck. I think some of these must be gold, but I don't know which ones. And the reason why I never got into the costume side of it is because I just never had costumes. So Halloween it's for kids. I don't have any fun on Halloween. Although I kind of felt a little bit like carving a pumpkin this year. Like I kind of did. Like this weekend I thought about going and getting one for the first time in a long time, like almost 10 years, I guess. So I went to the store on Sunday and they didn't have any pumpkins left, because of course they don't. But I do have a tiny watermelon. Can you carve watermelons? Because you can eat watermelons. It wouldn't be that wasteful. chub. You too chub. My leaves are getting so wet. I know you know, but in the leaf video, someone mentioned using copper, which sounds really swank. I did think about that when I was first looking for information, but I figure like because copper is such a valuable metal right now that I didn't think that I would want to waste it if I found any. But I just realized that I have a bag of pennies, like $10 worth of pennies, that I don't know what to do with because they don't accept them as currency anymore. So I think I might try that. Yeah, and this cat. I'm home like an hour earlier than usual, so she's gonna be bugging me for a long time. You know, just because I'm home doesn't mean it's dinner time. Yeah. Get confused with this daylight thing. I'm almost done my Mars. I know that I have not been working on these at all. But yeah. This is looking pretty fine. I made a new thingy here and a new thingy there. It took a lot of fussing and gluing to get her bangs to sit in a way that isn't silly. Other than that, like, her hair is just so thick for a Sailor Moon doll. Like, it's like plush. Feels super weird, and it kind of looks like a bad wig. But yeah, I decided to paint her gloves on, and you guys don't care about this. But I also decided to try using paper clay to fix shoes, because I don't have shoes for them anymore. So I might want to sand this a bit more, but it seems to be working. I thought it'd be the easiest way to do it, because then I could just mold it on her foot and then cut around it, which is what I did. I just like wrapped her foot in clay and then cut away at it until it looked like a shoe. Added one of these things. So yeah, some sanding and painting, and then she'll be done. And then when I get the first one done, then I will have the confidence to continue. Why is this silly? Leaf. I'm so excited about that. I don't know why I'm so excited about my dolls being renewed. It's not like I'm gonna play with them. It's not like anyone's gonna want to play with them, especially with the paper clay, because now you can't get them wet. Where's dog? When did I do this? Was it Wednesday? It's now Saturday and it's still not dry. Incredible. This hazy film. I think I might heat gun it from the back. Try to get it to stop being wet. Also wet. I left this overnight in the bucket. I threw in all of the Rusty Bolt water, which was really gross. Because I guess my husband wanted his Rusty Bolts back. Go figure. And I also soaked some pennies, but nothing happened to the vinegar, so I don't know if that did anything. I also threw some walnut ink and blue ink in here, so something must be happening inside this. You can see how black this leaf is and how black these leaves are, so I feel pretty good about this, except I have to wait for it to dry. I don't want to. I want it to be done. Okay, here we go. I see a leaf. Oh, I see ripping paper. Ew. Ooh. Careful. This looks like 2 pages. Did I open this backwards? Oh, okay, there you go. Oh, 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 oh. Please don't rip. I hate that. Ooh. Nice. Nice. I was really hoping that these would leave a really cool pattern. Because look at this leaf. It is so cool. Ooh, I see some veins. Very cool. I'm so excited. Okay. I have a lot to go through here, so I guess I will just do this. Go through the drying process. Iron it. I don't know if I'll be able to do it all today. I just had this moment where I'm picking off this leaf and I'm like, no, it's the other side. I'm picking off this leaf and I'm like, no, it's the other side. And it's not, it's a perfect leaf print. I have accomplished somehow 100% colored leaf print from this leaf. You are so wonderful, little leaf. On one side. Wow. I've been having this annoying problem that a lot of people have. Whoa! That just came right out. I've been having kind of an annoying emotional problems since I was like 14, I guess. And since becoming an adult, it's sort of turned into this fantasy, this ultimate fantasy of just disappearing. Where should I start these triangles? In the butt? Whoa. Anyway, so I have like really kind of catastrophic thought processes, like a lot of people, and sometimes the desire to just disappear becomes obsessive, and it's a really common thing where you just kind of dip into this low and then you just wait it out. This is the wrong paintbrush for this. And I guess I'm lucky in the sense that I'm a really functional person work-wise. It doesn't interfere too much with my productivity, except, you know, if I just don't feel like doing anything. It just makes it kind of harder, but it's distracting. Socially, I'm a mess. Socially, I don't talk to people. That's the first thing that I do, is I stop engaging with anybody. And I find that as I'm getting older, like, I'm making a lot of decisions that are driving me towards this disappearing thing. Like, I really find myself wanting so bad that for people to forget that I exist, that I will want to ask somebody a really important question about future events, but I'm too afraid to, because then they'll remember that I'm here and it will undo some kind of non-existent work that I've been doing to make people forget that I'm here. It's really weird. It's like making all of my personal decisions different and strange. And my motto is always just to wait it out, because it comes and goes. But, you know, again, as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that my normal is just continuing to do exactly the same stuff that I always did. You know, go to work, come home, go to work, come home, and it's just so ordinary that it's not worth coming out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm waiting for the time to feel slightly less crappy, but I don't really have anything to look forward to. I don't know, it's not worth waiting for. I'm just extremely passively living, but also not living at all. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, because it doesn't help. Probably more people relate to this than I think. And I guess I'm just mentioning it because it's such a huge focus on my life in the past several months and I guess I'm a little concerned about the decisions that I'm making. Like, I know that I was thinking about not doing vlogging anymore because it's gross and weird. And I was like, I'm going to focus more on Patreon because I actually have an income from Patreon, even though it's nothing, but it's something, since YouTube is definitely nothing. And now I'm thinking, you know what, actually maybe it's Patreon that I should be quitting because it makes me feel guilty. And I think the original reason why I started Patreon is because I was so scared of my future after getting laid off that I thought, well, maybe if I started this now, it could turn into something, and then I can finally stop doing this miserable day job thing that I hate. It doesn't work for me, and that sounds really like spoiled to say because it is. But the thing is, like, I'm not, you know, exciting and cute and popular enough to actually have a following online, enough to actually make a career out of it. So I think, I don't know if I should just stop trying, even though I know that that is just another scary, dysfunctional thought process. I really like the way these colors just shine on this background. Maybe gel medium isn't as clear and nice as I make it out to be. Excuse my hands, I've been dyeing leaves again. I think this will be the last batch of leaves for a while. Probably not forever. How can I stop? Oh yeah, it's winter. Huh. There won't be anything to dye paper with. Duh. My art space is getting out of control. The trick to having an organized art space is to know what you have and have a place for it. But with the addition of mediums, this doll thing, these cups, this whole resin situation, because I don't have a place for resin stuff. I got feet drying over there. I got too many paper stuff going on. This wall is probably hoarding things that I don't use that frequently, so maybe I shouldn't have them up there. You know what I mean? I was really tempted to buy one of those organizers from Michaels, because for 35 bucks, that's actually not a bad price. I just don't know if 14 inches would fit on that shelf. I used to have this on the shelf, but I wanted to be able to use my shelf for things. So, and then all these handmade ones are not really lasting very long because they're so flimsy, so I don't know what I should do. I really wish I had my own studio space and with like a custom storage situation, but then don't we all?